Hi YouTube, Lose to Win guy here. I'm going to be going in for Roux-en-Y Gastric Bypass Surgery tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. It's my hope to document this journey over the next year or so and kind of help prepare some other folks that might be considering Roux-en-Y bypass surgery and kind of give them a little bit of an in and out, day-to-day, what are you doing to prepare, how are things going, all of that kind of stuff, just so that if you're considering it, you can see the journey in real time that somebody else took. So hopefully I'll get something out of this. Hopefully you all get something out of this. And if you get an opportunity and you've got any questions or comments, please leave them and I'll do the best I can to get back to you. Or you could email me at losetowinguy@gmail.com. I've been experiencing what I thought were knee problems for the past couple of years, and starting out as a very active person, went to the gym, worked out with a personal trainer, all of those types of things, to have what I thought was a bad knee keep me from doing what I wanted to do, in addition to just always having things that I wasn't able to do because of my size kind of compound the difficulties. I've made the decision that I've reached my bottom and there's nowhere to go but up from here. So last month I actually had my first hip replacement. I had a complete hip replacement on my left side. That was on September 9th, and I've got a second hip replacement for the other side scheduled for December 16th. Obviously genetics play a part, but I peaked out at 439 pounds. My pre-surgery weight right now is approximately 371 pounds. I'll get you some updated numbers on that once I have a chance to weigh in at the hospital tomorrow and get you an update. I'm a little concerned about the surgery just because it's a little bit different than the hip one was. The hip one, again, we thought it was the knee for many, many years, and I went in for MRIs, x-rays, all those things. They just kept saying how pretty my legs were. But long and short of it, what it ended up being was I went down to a place called Tria Orthopedic, and they work on twins and Vikings and professional wrestlers. And anyway, they're kind of top-notch orthopedic outfit in the Twin Cities. And the doc said, hey, I think that the other doctors know what they're talking about. I'm not going to take a look at your knees today. We're going to shoot your hips. And he took a picture of those and told me that I'd give you a shot of cortisone because looking at how they're deteriorated, you're in obvious pain, I'm sure, but there's nothing for the cortisone to work on. So we'll get you scheduled for surgery. And had the hip replacement, and within days I was, done off of all drugs, everything. It just was the afternoon I woke up from a little nap after the surgery, I was ready to go. So got better day after day after day, and then about second week, maybe first week in October, the other hip started going, and it was about that time that I got pre-approved for the bariatric surgery when I was diagnosed as having arthritis of the hips and needing full hip replacements. I had hoped to maybe be able to go ahead and have the bariatric surgery beforehand, but as I learned, there is quite a process. There are books. There are meetings with nutritionists. There are classes. There are 3-ring binders. There is homework. There are additional classes. There are things that you need to prepare for to be ready for surgery. I have a little fantastic shopping list here. In a couple hours I'm going to be taking this. This is a 7-day supply of Miralax. I have to drink this with 32 ounces of Gatorade. I don't know, I suppose starting in about an hour or so. And the lady at the pharmacist, when I asked her about this, I said, I think I need 4 ounces. She goes, oh, we've got a 4.1 ounce bottle. That's a 7-day supply. I said, I have to drink it all today. And she said, oh, you have fun with that. So anyway, going to do that. And then tonight, take a shower using this stuff after a regular shower. Use this Hyba Cleanse. And then wake up in the morning and use the rest of it. So kind of getting the area that I'm going to be having surgery on prep. Long and short of it, I'm hoping to go in and again do the Roux-en-Y gastric bypass. My surgeon's been doing it since 1974. One of the things that was kind of interesting just in learning about this, I thought I was pretty educated about everything, but it's certainly not a quick fix. It's just a tool. And for somebody in my circumstance, one new hip, another new hip coming, again, I wanted to go ahead and have the surgery in advance, but my doctor said, you need new hips now. So we did one hip. I'll do the bariatric, then we'll do the next hip. So about every 6 weeks, whether I want to or not, I'm going to do surgery just because that's what we're doing this year. And then this time next year, I anticipate being a completely different man. And that's kind of what I'm going to get at. One of the things that you need to do also is you need to have a series of appointments with a psychologist, and they need to determine if you're a good candidate, what are your eating habits, and what type of an overeater are you, and are you willing to put in the work and the commitment and do what's right and understand that it's not a quick fix. This is all just a tool. And are you going to utilize that to the best of your ability? So once I kind of got through that, that was really the last hurdle to submit for insurance, and then it was just compliance things and classes and all those types of things. But long and short of it, I've had a chance to kind of get philosophical about the surgery here over the past week, and one of the things that I think is a little bit, difficult is, I wouldn't say that there's necessarily depression, but there are concerns. I would have never done this surgery again had I not thought that I needed it, in that I don't want to wreck my brand new hips. Also, I think somewhere along the line, I'm 42 years old, the realization that I've been overweight my whole life, that I have lost weight but not managed to keep it off, I need to have the surgery. Unless somebody at The Biggest Loser is going to call me right now, bring me over there and let me entertain, America, it's just not likely. And I need to take care of some things in a pretty quick fashion and really get back into my groove so that I can exercise and be mobile and, quite frankly, just take walks with the family and do those things. So I see a lot of folks that are really excited to go ahead and go into surgery and do all those things, but again, kind of getting back to the psychologist appointment and the tests that we took and different things, I really like the person that I am. And I feel like I'm pretty fortunate to have lived the life that I've lived. There's a part of me where statistically, the folks that don't make it through the surgery, and although those numbers are really, really small, I almost have to have a buy-in from a gambling perspective that I'm saying that, yeah, I'm willing to take that chance, and quite frankly, I'm so willing that I'm not willing to live like I am any longer. To me, that's in a way you're kind of saying goodbye to who you are, potentially, because, quite frankly, nothing's promised. Really anything from this point on in my life is gravy, just like anybody else's, So just being philosophical about the surgery and the fact that, it could be a life-ending event, that's something that's, really kind of, it's a pretty heavy thing to kind of think about and contemplate. But I'm hoping to move beyond that. I do look forward to being a lighter person, being less encumbered by my body, and using it as a tool to live life again. It's something that has been holding me back as of late. And although I was always able to, utilize my body for things that perhaps other folks couldn't do, at this point, I'm ready to experience some things at a different level, and having a smaller body is going to help me do that. So I look forward to being around for many years, being more active with my boys, my wife, and at some point my grandkids. So be positive, and we'll check in with you guys on the other side, post-op.